Hello, viewers to be named later. How we doing today? Okay, I know I talk a lot about like everyday carry blades and my personal everyday carry, but I read an article recently online and it got me thinking about, pros and cons versus a fixed blade or a folder for everyday carry. And this article made some great points, and I thought I would try to give you my take on that article from the Ready Man Network. Now, if I was smart enough, I'd probably leave it like right down below in the description box, but unfortunately I deleted the email, and yeah, that's on me. So, like I said, the inspiration for this video is coming from the Ready Man Network. Now, when you EDC, it's everyday carry, a huge proponent of it is usually a cutting tool. Now, we can either go like with a fixed blade, or, just in this case, we're going to show a smaller one, a little folder. Now, they both have pros and cons, okay? I personally, if I can, like to carry both. I live in, well, let's just say Washington State, and by law, I'm allowed to carry a fixed blade if I want to. I can't really conceal it. It's got to be kind of out in the open so people can see it, and that's okay. But let's start talking about the pros and cons versus both, all right? So I'm just going to use this one as an example right now. One of the huge pros of it is it's just a single hunk of metal. You don't have, like, with some folders where you have, like, the blade is one piece. Okay, of course the camera took a dump. So the only thing you're really going to find with one of these, like I said, it's one hunk of metal that's attached, is usually the scales. Okay, but it's still a hunk of metal. If something happens to a scale, you can still use that blade as a cutting tool, a weapon, a self-defense, whatever you need. Guys, this thing has seriously easy upkeep. Usually it's just a sheath and your blade. Real easy to maintain. Seriously easy. You don't need a lot of fancy tools. You don't need a lot of fancy gear. It's just, here we go, straightforward, let's get her done. It's really easy to use. Seriously. There it is, stored, ready to go. That's simple. Seriously, it really truly is. And that follows into the next thing. It's very quick to deploy. So if you have to grab your hip, you have to go across, your chest plate, you have to go across whatever to grab it and get it out, it's ready to go really, really quick. You don't have to worry about, okay, fumble, flip it open. Oh my God, does it have, like one of those little hooks? It's ready to go. It's right there. These things usually, fixed blades that is, are very, very durable. And that depends on the heat treat. You can get a bad heat treat and you can do this and break a blade. Thank God that one's not there. So that's something to think about. You can give it a beating and it's going to come back for more. It's going to appreciate it and it's going to love it. I mean, just for example, well, I'll show those in a moment. And you have a wider range of use with a fixed blade than you do a folder. Say, God forbid, you get in a car accident out in the middle of the Alaskan wilderness. You're going to be able to do more with this than you will with that. I mean, not just blade size alone, batoning, bushcraft, stuff, strapping it to, a pole and making a spear, making self-defense. I mean, obviously, All right, but let's look at some cons of a folder. Obviously, in this case, this is a lot larger than this. This is going to be harder to conceal than this. If you're, self-defense, you're into that. It's just, there you go. Now, it's going to require you to strap more to your belt carrying a folding blade. Normally, you've got your sheath and you have a point of attachment. Like with this, it's a tech lock. Push the button on the top. There you go. Snap it on your belt. I prefer to carry mine scout carry. You can do it horizontal, upside down, easy, whatever. But you're going to have to attach more to a belt. And I know there's a lot of people out there like have cell phones on a belt or a pager, or they're attaching points of stuff to your belt to make it easier. That's going to take up a lot of real estate as opposed to that. And speaking of a belt, well, sorry guys, you're going to have to wear a belt. If you're like me, who usually wears shorts a lot, or sweatpants, or with COVID, pajama bottoms, carrying a fixed blade is not going to be an easy thing to do. It's just not. Now, granted, there are some remedies out there, like I think it's the K-Bar TDI Pocket Strike. It's designed to go into a pocket and give you a fixed blade. But that's for really self-defense, not so much for bushcraft stuff. But like I said earlier, another drawback of a fixed blade is it's a lot harder to conceal. It really, truly is. And how can I put it? In normal, everyday applications for normals, this is really, really less convenient to carry than a folding blade. People are going to see this and lose their minds. They're going to call security. They're going to call the cops. They're going to call everything going, oh my God, he's got a blade. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. Beep, 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 beep. Yeah, that's going to scare people. That being concealed in your pocket is not. So, there's some fixed blade pros and fixed blade cons. Now, let's talk about the benefits of folders. I mean, there's a bunch of interesting ones, right? So for folders, they're really, really easy to hide. That will fit snug in my pocket, and no one's really going to know it's there because it's got that deep pocket clip, and it's going to come right about there in your pocket. No one's really going to pay attention to that when they're talking to you. They're not going to look and go, front left pocket, he's carrying that. It's a lot easier to carry a folder than it is, well, a fixed blade. A lot easier to carry that than it is that. You know? Very small and lightweight. The heaviest folder I think I have is almost 6 ounces. So, yeah, think about that for a moment. When you're dealing with ounces equal pounds, pounds equal pain, ounces. Now, this one, I gotta break it in a little bit better. For really easy everyday carry tasks, a folder is really perfect for them. Opening letters, slicing rope, slicing cardboard, easier to do it with one of these. Now, granted, it's a lot more fun to do it with a folder, a fixed, than it is a folder. But still, ease. Now, the part that I love about folders, they usually contain pocket clips. I know, kind of hard to see in the alternate film room, but still. And just for the added bonus, when they have the lanyard holes, makes it easier to pull free when you're holding it in your pocket. Now, what I like about folders is you have no extra gear. Everything that fixed blades have in common is a sheath. Folders, usually a pocket clip. So you've got extra stuff here. Now, generally on the whole, folders are really fairly inexpensive as opposed to fixed blades. They usually are. You've seen me do a lot of reviews on them, so yeah, you know that. Now, let's give some cons, and I'm going to use, this one as an example. One of the cons of a folder is moving parts. There's a whole bunch of stuff inside right here when you have to maintain your folder that you're going to have to disassemble and do a whole heck of a lot more to this than you're going to have to a fixed blade. It's a fact. There's a lot of moving parts in some of these. Like this one with the spring-assisted opening, or Gerber has like the Boss Tech, the balls of stainless steel, or, CRKT with its outbursts, or there's moving parts. So that's more things that can break down and hamper the usage of your folding blade. This is a lot easier to misplace than that. You're going to know when that's not around. This is easily going to disappear in that little black hole in your car. That's going to bounce around. That's going to be like, I'm going to hide in the corner over here, underneath that seat. And you're not going to know I'm there, but yeah, Now, as compared to a fixed blade, that's a little bit of a slow deployment. Like, you've seen me try to do this repeatedly, even though it has the IKBS system, which is supposed to help get it out there quicker. Okay, that's that deployment. What was easier to you? You know? So, overall, folders are a little bit harder to deploy than fixed blades. Now, God forbid, like I said earlier, you get in a car accident, you got problems. That's not going to be useful in a really survival situation. You're not going to be able to baton with that. You're not going to be able to do a lot of bushcraft tasks with that. Your camp chores are going to be a lot harder with this than it is with that. Just saying. So, like I said, that's my takeaway from that article, okay? I gave you some pretty good pros and cons for everyday carry for fixed blades versus folders. But now, we're in the best part of the video for me. Seriously, I love this part. I want to know your questions, comments, complaints, anger, hatred, love, whatever, down below in the comments section. Yeah, I'm pretty much sleep deprived. I've had a long night. I really feel like I should curl up and take a nap, but I wanted to film this video because it's been weighing on my mind and things have been bouncing around. You know, I want to know, what are your guys' pros and cons? How do you guys carry? What do you guys choose for everyday carry? You know, things like that. Leave them down below. All right. Now, for you first-time viewers on my channel, I just want to say thanks for finding this one. I know it's a really, really different one than I've ever usually done, but I felt these facts and figures and everything else needed to get out there. So thanks a lot for watching this one. Now, for you first-time viewers on my channel and you long-time viewers on my channel, well, I just would like to know what I can do to earn your subscription. You know, let me know right down below in the comments section. And let's see if we can change the, the course of the future in my channel, all that fun stuff. Sorry, seriously, I need caffeine. I just feel like I'm screwing the pooch here. I feel like I got the really good info out, but now that I'm in the wrap-up, I'm like, whatever. But still, leave me a comment right down below what I can do to earn your subscription. Now, after you've done all that fun stuff, take a look right down there in that corner. You should see a big channel symbol popping up. Go ahead, click on that thing. It should bring you right to subscribe. Now, after you've killed that little subscribe button, if you so choose, please destroy the little bell icon that's right next to it. Why? Well, great question. Because it's going to notify you, my amazing viewer, every single time this channel uploads a brand new video. Now, speaking of videos we all know and love, 2 will be popping up right over here. Those are going to be videos that YouTube is going to select from my catalog that they feel are going to be a great viewing experience for you. But there we go, guys. My really quick overview of what I think are pros and cons of a fixed blade everyday carry or a folder everyday carry. Thank you so much for watching this video. And like I say in every single video I do, I hope all of you are having a great day. I hope you're being safe today, and we'll see you in the next video.